The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go on. Go on. Check. Check. Now. Ready, go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hard.
You don't want
49. Check 49.
6 guys.
Go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Chester.
2nd and 13. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Recon 132 fighter. Shoot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Check 4.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, rock it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 10 logo. Go! Hey, Delta!
56 to Mike.
Hit it!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Touchback is at Sales over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check. Switch. See it. Watch out.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
30 base, let's go. Protein Smith. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a long day. Check three. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check your hot read. Exit. On the ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
On the double. Race don't travel. Here we go, D. Here I come. You're out. Shit. Squeeze. Get in there. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Lock it. Go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go. Yep. Mike's 54. Watch, Charlie. Watch the blood. Ready, go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquill Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Three 0 after one on EA Sports.
Seahawks 3, 49ers nothing.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
Now.
Check it out.
Fight.
Looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah.
Stay at home. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Come on, boy. Rock.
This is Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 20. You're out. 10, under 10, 10. Set, go. Yep. Hey, one set. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13. Squeeze. Get in there.
Here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Lock it.
They run with Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Safety screaming. Mike's 54.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
3 bucks.
No. Off.
gears, switch gears. Switch.
Ready.
On third down, a run from Breida. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Got it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go out. Hey, exit.
SOS. Back. Check three.
Defense.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Rock it.
Check. Cross.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the twist.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Fair. Snap.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Go.
You got tight right there. Check 37.
2nd and 5. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Rush in.
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 24. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
On first down, Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 25-yard line.
Set. 15, run. 15, run.
We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Mike 56. Mike 50.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 43.
Hey, lock it.
Check 99.
Hey, high 7. Five.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Yo, go. Ready?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
An 8-yard loss on the day. It's now 3rd down.
Check 49. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Undercrush. He's checking.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now it's Lockett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
60 outlaw. 61, matchbox right. Hey, Charlie. Hard. Now.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You're out. 5.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go. Yeah.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Watch the safety go.
Back to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 79 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, go.
Back to throw here. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Look at me. Go. Go. On the ball.
Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Check.
Bravo.
56 to Mott, boy. 56. Check 56. Quit talking about it.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Switch. Send. Ball.
Watch out.
Check 3. Yep. Bravo. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Check the backer. Hey, watch it.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, check 20. Orbit.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Get in the weight room. Get ready.
He'll drop to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Delta. Hey, we got it.
Check it out, Reed.
Leo.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Switch. You're out.
Come on, switch it.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Check 9. Slam. Squeeze. Get in there. Go get him. Smoke.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
50. Check 50. Yep. Motion.
Mike 28.
Let him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no! It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check, 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 check. Watch twins, watch twins. Check. Check out.
Score, score.
Watch twins, watch twins, watch twins. Twins, twins.
Hey. They go.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Delta.
56.
Look at me. Zipper.
56.
Don't get nervous.
5.
2nd and 13. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Evans, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He don't know no better. Tight dog strike. Yes. Mike, let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Chopper. Yeah. Sweat. Go on.
Looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
He's coming, yep. We got double up.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go! Switch! Get it!
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Deep grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Get that quarterback! Now! Under 10!
On 3rd down, Swift. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.